media perspective. In fact, I used to be member Romania, in fact, not me, I represented Romania, used to be member of the commission who developed. You know very well, you are journalist or specialist in the field. If you want to look at a country and to see how healthy the country is, look also at the mass media system. Having colleagues from the region, but especially from Turkey, will learn from what's going on there, and we'll share with you our challenges and our problems.
The picture about the media freedom in Turkey, unfortunately, is not very bright and getting darker and darker. You should be familiar with the Turkey news, mainly about how government seizes critical media holdings that they did couple months ago. They seized İpek Group, 2 TV channels and 2 dailies. Now they turned to be mouthpiece of the government. So how can you imagine where, in a country where president controls almost 80% of the TV channels, including state and private TVs? And the other way of the story is advertisement. Now advertisement turned to be a tool used by government against the critical medias. For instance, since this graft operation, the government, how can I say, public companies, just like banks and other things, stop giving advertisement to our newspaper, our media group. Not only to us, but the other critical media outlets. And then the businessman, private businessman, feel feel under pressure, hesitate to give advertisement to any critical media group.
The first word that came out of their mouths was money. We don't have money. If we had money, the situation would have been much better. I will let you to your judgment to ponder the truth of this statement, but at the level of perception, this is how it works. We are hit by the economic crisis.
Contradiction, court recently, a couple of weeks ago, made a decision that it has nothing to do.
Saying that we need more democracy, if you like.
And saying that President, his reaction just because the legal processes seems that not helping, and
new media is important. Get this statement from EU. We have Facebook, restricted content and removed content and operations. And within 4 hours, they may block until March 2015. There were websites and there are companies, international companies.
To the roundtable is that the refugee crisis is the overall security problems in the region, meaning that in the refugees, Europe is being threatened by the events in.
So being a guest doesn't have a legal implication.
To discuss the future of European Union itself.
I think there isn't one day that goes by these days that I don't think in my days I would have been fired in a million ways every day.
And Erdogan is describing the new media the worst menace to society.
Notorious with the propaganda material or non-objective news making that I don't feel at all, how can I say,
and there are some serious cases of discrimination and violent forms of discrimination existing, but somehow they go unreported or minimally reported, or they just make the headlines and then disappear. And we pretend as if in Turkey, in the Turkish psyche, that Syrians don't exist, or even if they exist there in Turkey, they will be just passing by. And legally, they're referred to as guests. Their presence is not politicized in a negative way yet, in the sense that you don't have a far-right or populist right-wing line that is like Kaczynski in Poland saying that they're infectious or something like that. You don't have such negative rhetoric building, but at the same time there's a very repressed negative rhetoric among the public because, as I mentioned, it's an issue that's not addressed. Socially, for example, in media reporting, you come across negative reporting in between the lines. For example, like there are reports like the Syrian women are engaging in marriages and second marriages, third marriages, whatever, with the local population in the southeast of Turkey, and it's as if they are the culprits themselves. They are degrading the social values, whatever. In between the lines, in the mainstream media too, you come across that kind of expressions.
That's a threat for Turkey's near future, but it's going to be a very serious threat for Balkans and Europe, also the United States, because of the conditions, especially the kids of Syrian families are facing in Turkey. There are 400,000 children, according to the American reports, who do not have educational opportunities in Turkey. Most of them are living on the streets, sexually abused or sold as children prostitutes. There is no way to stop it. When you live in these conditions and learn the hate of Western values, you will end up either as a member of mafia groups in Turkey or a part of very radical Islamic groups.
They are all related to each other, help each other, doing these